Hello, dreadful tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem with me, BlueAnkylo. We made it to the Dread Isle. Eliwood arrives on the shores of Valor with a new companion, an enigmatic young girl named Ninian, who you probably remember from Lynn's story if you played it. The majority of the island is covered in dense forest. Legend has it that no one has ever returned from those dark woods. A dense fog crawls over the party, engulfing them one by one. Cautiously, they move deeper into the trees. And then they're all killed, game over. Nah, but we'll probably be fine. So, I hope you didn't have Florina die, because you might want her in one of these next missions to recruit some people. So who's this guy? He's got like a turban. He's obviously Voldemort, or someone else that's equally evil. And apparently, that's Eliwood's dad. And that's definitely that, I forget his name, but that's that other lord we've been fighting against for a while. That's his name, there you go. Is this Nurgle? Dragons? What? On Dragon Isle? Or the Dragon's Gate? Preposterous. But now we have... What? What are you going to do to stop the dragons? Black magic? You know, they're probably immune to magic. Oh, can he? That's what he tells all the girls. Right. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you actually a Sith? So I'm not sure why... No. I was gonna say, I'm not sure why he's with these guys and not dead if he's trying to stop them. Like... But... I guess we'll find out. Morphs? What's that mean? My pets. Well, maybe he created them out of something. Alright, he's gonna get Burn involved. How do you even know about us? You can't see me everywhere on the island at once. And I killed the other crew you sent after us. Right, so why is he alive, is the question. I know he sort of said he joined, but he's obviously fighting against them by, like, releasing those kids. Ah, Eliwood's fine, don't worry about him. Well, I don't know if she would have survived. She seemed like she was just floating away on a little boat. She probably would have just died because she needed some water or something anyway. I guess we could have pushed more to have the pirates take her back, but who trusts the pirates, right? Oh, torture? The plot thickens. Right, but she's our mole, our secret agent. I wonder if her cover is blown, seeing as she's speaking out loud around all of these other spies. Yeah. Maybe don't speak out loud in a corridor with enemies around. Uh-oh. Jafar? Oh dear. How do you know she's a traitor? So, yeah, that's Jafar. Yeah. That's not good for her. Guess Matthew's not getting that date after all. Well, it's only when he gets a crit. If he doesn't get a crit, he's not that bad. She could have survived it. Did anyone check if she's dead? You know, maybe she just faked it. We just dragged her right back into the cursed forest. It's awesome. Wonder how she got amnesia, though. And what's this thing about dragons and sacrifices and morphs? All kinds of crazy stuff going on today. Oh, Leila! Uh-huh. I think she's dead, yo. They did make sure she was dead. No faking it this time. Well, she was kind of dumb for talking out loud in the middle of a Black Fang fortress. She just kept her head down. Sorry, Matthew. Yeah, just like that. Well, she did. She definitely blundered. Of course you were. She was just 2 weeks from retirement. You want a break? Sure. We probably don't need you anyway, right? Not like it's foggy and we need someone to see through the fog right now. Sad music. Blast it all! That's pretty rude. Sure wish we had a Pegasus Knight to fly above the forest and the fog and see what's going on. Wouldn't that be convenient, guys? Alright. Warnings. Oh, look! Yeah! I'm pretty sure Lynn's fine, honestly. Hoo-hi! Hi, Hoo-hi. You can't kill all of us, you're just one guy with a bow. At most, you'll shoot one person, and then we'll slaughter you with Hector's axe. Also, I think it's very difficult to hold a bow, and also keep a hostage. Like, I can understand, like, with a gun, you can use one hand to hold someone still, and then hold a, you know, pistol or something in one hand. But, like, a bow takes 2 hands to fire, so how are you going to control Lynn from not just stabbing you with her sword? I don't know. Well, we don't know much about Nurgle. It's not nothing. We're not Jon Snow. But we know a little. Honestly, Eliwood really just wants to rescue his dad. That's, like, his only goal right now. Maybe get revenge on, whatever that guy was, Darwin, or whatever his name was, for being a jerk. We're fighting evil. That's all I need to know, right? Attaboy. Heroic. He just let you go? Well, he's still Cicacian. He's got, like, some honor, I guess. It is pretty shameful. You've already lost some, let's call them, nomad points by even suggesting that you were gonna threaten her life like that. Actually, that means you're dead, because sword beats bow in my life. One guy is gonna kill us all, as if... I'm not too worried. Just keep Ninian away from him, we'll be fine. Although I'd really prefer to be able to do the refreshing thing. She hasn't officially joined yet. One of these days we'll have a dancer slash bard slash singer slash whatever that can refresh people. Unfortunately, that's not today. So before we pick our units, I want to clean up our inventory a little bit. A little bit of inventory management. We've got a couple heals ready to go, a couple lightnings ready to go. Let's store this away for now, because we're not going to need it at this exact moment. Lynn is getting close to... I really wish I'd had time to buy some spare weapons on the last episode, in the last chapter. I got one spare iron sword, that's it. Oh man, Matthew is almost complete. I thought he wasn't allowed to go. Yeah, no, I thought he wasn't going to join us for this one. Well, if he can join us, we should take him, because it's going to be a fog map. And he does get a nice line of sight in here, which definitely helps. It's actually a very narrow map. It's, you know, it's long way south, but left and right is very narrow. But yeah, if we actually can bring him, we should. So we're going to be running really short on weapons. I'm probably not going to use Guy, so let's get rid of his stuff. You know, Guy, I could definitely see if you like Myrmidons. He's probably a reasonable one, but he's always going to have pretty low defense and relatively low strength. Compared to someone like Raven, Raven will be a little bit more balanced. Maybe bad luck, but that's okay. So I feel like one sword guy will be enough, and I think Raven is a better sword guy. I do need to continue cleaning up inventory though, so just a second here. I'm not sure who's going to get the longsword, so we'll store it for now and we can move it around. He's got enough weapon durability for a while. I do have another flux here, we might as well pick up while I'm going through. You've got enough bow, you need another sword for sure. We'll give you the other slightly broke one. So now we've got another spare iron longsword, or just iron sword. Eliwood's ready to go. Lowen's fine. Lucius is fine. Lynn's fine. Oswin could use a spare lance, but he'll be okay for a while. He could use a steel lance as well, which we don't have right now. Again, I would have bought one if I was planning it all out. Also, Florina's... I might as well sell this while we're here. I don't think there's any value to holding on to these. I'm pretty sure you will always get the same amount... You know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you get the same amount of money right here with Merlinus as you do if you sell at a shop. So we may as well. But yeah, she's going to run out of Slim Lance, which means her best attack speed for doubling is going to be lost once that's broken, which is kind of too bad. I'll buy her another Slim Lance later. They're pretty cheap. Oops, wrong way. So what else do we have? Iron, steel, plus I could bring some special weapons. Lots of iron. We do have a spare sword on Sane, depending on how many of these guys I bring. Dorcas has a good variety of axes, good variety of magic. So everyone's got a reasonable amount of gear. And we're not totally running out, basically. So... like, I wish I had some spare steel swords and stuff. Steel weapons and slim weapons. It's nice to have a good variety. We've got the critical sword, the anti-lance sword, and the anti-horse sword. And the iron blade is, I suppose... yeah, I'll give this one to Eliwood. His iron sword will break soon enough. And the iron blade is close enough to steel sword. He'll lose a lot of attack speed because it's heavier than his con, but sometimes you just need that extra damage, and the enemy might be really slow anyway. It might work out. I think I'll give Raven the something. I know I just put it in here, but let's give him cav or spears counter. I think the Lance Reaver's more useful for him in an emergency, If he comes up against a lance user that normally has weapon advantage, being able to switch that around is really valuable. And the longsword is good if the enemy have cav. Either the horse archers or paladins, cavaliers, great knights. I suppose he's got a spare inventory slot. We'll go like that, that's fine. Do we have anything else in the inventory? I didn't really look around. What have we got stored up? Horse Slayer? That might not be bad to keep around. Actually, you know, Heavy Spear on Oswin might be perfect for anti-armor, because he is armor, he can handle the counter. And then another Horse Slayer type weapon. It's very slow. But Oswin never doubles anyway, because it's so heavy. That might be the right weapon for him, to be honest. And I'll give him the spare lance. Sure. I'll probably bring Oswin. If I do bring him, I want him to have lots of options. And that's probably about it. I do have that Devil Axe. Oh, I could put the short bow on Rebecca. Might as well, again, same idea. Let's make sure we've got plenty of options if we might... You know, I don't know if I'll ever use it. I've got spare healing rods. At the very least, we bought some supplies here. That'll be very useful. I'm gonna try to hold on to sleep for a long time and save it for the last couple chapters where it might be more useful. Unlock is more like a Matthew replacement if you don't want to bring a thief. Although I don't think it works on chests. I'm pretty sure it's just doors. But you can unlock them from a distance of 2. You know, it's okay. And I've got a spare thunder for Urk, was it? Yeah, he's fine. Alright, so equipment-wise, that's all we're going to do. The other thing is, let's take a quick stock of our promotion items and stuff. Actually, you know, I could probably sell the door keys and the pure water. I might not ever use this stuff. Those dim reach turn. I think you have to equip it for it to work. Might be worth it on some of these fog maps. But yeah, like the chest keys and the door keys, they, interestingly enough, like Zelda, they work on any door. And doesn't matter what dungeon you're in. But, you know, you could sell them and just bring Matthew. So we've got 1 magic, 1 knight cavalier, 1 mercenary fighter, and then the rest is these things. So, you know, I was thinking about it, and I think I will use at least 1 of Secret Books on Hector here. He's got relatively low skill, speed, and luck, which means it influences hit rate. So when he's getting those bad accuracy numbers, that's kind of why. So I'm going to give him... Can I use it here, or do I have to use it in battle? Yeah, we can use it here. We're going to use this to give him a little bit more. +2 skill. Not a huge difference. We have another one, so if you had someone else with low accuracy, like maybe Dorcas, he's actually pretty good at skill, to be honest. I could spread it out a little bit. Like Oswin, he's got reasonable skill, it's just the speed is low. I suppose probably Hector is the best target for the skill up. You know what, I'll give him both of them, why not? I wasn't sure how I was going to deal with it, but that should give him a significant increase to his accuracy, and a bit to his dodge as well, I think. So that's good. What else was there? Defense. So, if we were going to stick with Florina for long term, we need to get her a bit more defense, and she's not growing naturally very much. I already used the HP thing on her to give her extra HP. I can't remember what it's called. I used it in Lynn's story. So I feel like we've already invested in her, so it's probably okay to do more investment, because, you know, if we don't use her, she's kind of a waste. So I'll give her some more defense. She's probably going to get the most use out of it, other than maybe Lynn. I'll tell you what, if I get another Dragon Shield, I'll give it to Lynn next time. But Florina is a little bit more out there on her own more often, because she can move so far. Lynn I can keep safe. Well, I have a little choice. I can't move her out like that. What else do we have to use? There's like a strength up or something. Yeah, damage up. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. So we've got +2 luck and +2 damage, basically. There was someone that I said had bad luck. Was it Oswin? Or it was Raven that has really bad luck. You know what? I kind of think we're going to keep Raven, because I really like having mercenaries and heroes. And seeing as he's got really bad base luck, this will just counter a little bit. The trouble with low luck is enemies get more crit rate on you, so that'll help him out. On that last fight, when Florina had it was the boss, whatever his name was, he had like the lowest chance of criticaling on Florina. It's certainly because she has more luck than everyone else. Now, we could just buff her luck up really high, and then enemies will have basically zero chance to crit her, and that has some value. But I'd rather just spread around some base luck so that just your average enemies, the ones that don't have killing edge type weapons, I don't want them to get just an average crit just during a normal battle. The other thing is a damage up, which is probably the most valuable of all of these. I know a lot of people probably want me to give it to Rebecca, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her, honestly. She could certainly take advantage of it. Good speed, so she gets doubling, which means you get more effect out of the +2 damage. And ×3 on flyers, so she's really good against flying. On the other hand, I could just give it to, like, Eliwood or Lynn. Lynn's fast, too, and I know I'm keeping Lynn. So I'm going to give it to her. I'd rather guarantee Lynn can get that kill off a little better so that she's protected. And I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep Rebecca, basically. So that'll help. That makes Lynn, like, pretty much on par with Eliwood, except for defense. And no one will ever catch up with Hector. He's just too powerful, but that's fine. Okay, so I've used all my items. I hope you guys are happy. Let's go through the fortune. My rank has gone down because I spent all my money, or I spent some money. Let's see what we've got here. What? You'd take an old woman? Of course I would. Why are you even following us around? Be more careful. Whatever, I don't care. 80 gold? Man. My poor money. Fog, yeah, I saw. Yeah. Yeah, I just said that. What am I paying you for? The foe has a strange item. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he can steal stuff? Take the orchid-haired Skyrider. Yeah, so if we'd accidentally had her killed on the last map, I probably would have had to reload. Because I hate not being able to recruit characters. So if someone dies that you need them to recruit someone else, I might have to redo the map. But if someone dies that I don't care about, and also has no plot purpose for recruiting, I care a lot less. Especially if they're replaceable. No, that's fine. Alright, see you again. So, what did I say? We can bring 12 people. I'm gonna have to maneuver, I'm gonna have to change this around a little bit. Oh, I got the speed wings too, I forgot about that. We got one more item to use that we stole from the boss. So, +2 speed, right? That's pretty good. Let's quickly decide who gets that. Now, you could give it to Hector, and he'll double more often. That's pretty good. Priorities. Who could use +2 speed the most? Wow, I didn't realize that Lucius is almost maxed out his speed. By the time he gets to level 20 monk, he's probably going to cap his speed, and he won't be able to improve it anymore until he's, whatever his promoted class is. He needs some luck. He's another character that could have used some luck, certainly. Maybe I should have used... He actually had the same as Raven. Maybe I should have given it to him. Speed. Hector is looking good. Oswin also would be a reasonable option. Both of the, like, they're not meant to double very often, and they've got good defense, so enemies doubling them isn't a big deal. Lynn's already super fast. If I kept Lowen, some speed would help him out for sure. Sane is already very quick. It's just a matter of how many Cavaliers I'm keeping. I was kind of planning on keeping both of them if I can find the space for it. 10, 8, 8, 9, 10 versus 12, 6, 14. So 10, 8, 8, 9, 10. Same defense. Sane is faster by a lot, stronger by a little, less skill, less luck. Sane is better in my books, but he's already pretty fast. I really like that 7 movement on Cavs. The problem is, I'm not sure if I'm keeping him, so using a +2 speed on someone I get rid of would be a waste. You know, oops, keep going the wrong way here. The person that I know I'm going to use is Hector, and having him a little bit faster is probably worth it. So it's easy to give them to Lords. I mentioned that earlier on because you know you're going to keep them for the entire game. And just having a stronger Lord is never a bad idea. So there we go. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the map. Now, we can't see the enemies this time, so it's hard to prepare other than we know there's forest. And we need Florina, because she's the orchid-haired girl. So, we're not going to get very far on today's map. Wow, I spent like 25 minutes just preparing. You know, I might actually just start the fight next episode. But let's at least decide what characters we get and get that set up. I forgot to look at reinforcements and stuff, which maybe I will do before we start next episode. And I know we'll have to recruit someone with Florina, thanks to the hag. Alright, and we want Matthew because he can see in the fog far, and to be honest, he's not doing terrible. Some strength would do him well. Could have given him the energy ring as well, but he's not a main fighter, so I'm not so worried about it. I wish we could bring more of our soldiers, really. That's my real problem here is 12 is... I wish it was 14 or 15, because that's what it's going to be later on. Alright, bring the people I want to keep. So, I'm not sure about Urk. Sane and Dorcas I would like, probably. But keep the Lord level characters that I want to keep using. So that they can continue getting leveled up. Because the enemies probably won't be level 12 or nothing. I guess maybe our default setup is correct. Other than maybe Sane. I wouldn't mind bringing him. I will try to bring Rebecca, but I honestly feel that Sane is probably more valuable than Rebecca right now. Almost assuredly, actually. So much so that I don't know why I'm even bringing her. I have 2 mages for long range, and I've got a couple javelins and stuff. Can anyone really argue that Rebecca is better than Sane? I don't think you could. I think he's just, like, having long range is nice, but being able to move further and have various weapon types and the ability to actually take damage, I think is better. It's also better for rescuing people and all that. So double cav, you know, we sort of already cut Kent. That's why he's lower level, so we won't bring him, but Sane and Lowen, we might just keep them for the whole game, which unfortunately means I might not be able to have an archer or as many... You know, I could skip out Oswin too, like, he's a good level. I like the tankiness, and I definitely want to keep him around, but he's already a high level. Maybe we'll bring Dorcas instead, or Urk. I've got 2 mages though, so I don't know about Urk. Could bring Rebecca instead of Oswin? Again, if you're just comparing these 2 people, who would you rather have? A guy that has ridiculous defense, strength, skill, and he does have a ranged weapon. It's not amazing. Or an archer who might do a little bit more damage with her bow, a little bit more accurate, a little bit more doubling, but can never take a hit and has no range 1 option at all. I think... The thing is, I don't like archers because they have no range 1 and they're so fragile. Mages have a little bit more variability, and enemies very rarely have much resistance, so... The mages, I'd probably rather have Urk than Rebecca, even, still. If it just came down to it. I'm sorry, archers. I know some of you guys that watch really like archers, and they certainly have roles. You know, they're good against Pegasus and Wyverns if we ever start running into them, but, yeah, I'm just gonna go like this. More physical defense is easier to keep people alive. Alright, that's gonna have to do it. I could move people around a little bit. I know I'm really lazy with this a lot of the time. You probably want to start with Matthew near the front, so we can see stuff. In fact, you can kind of cheat here a little bit. You can get a little bit of view into the Fog of War just by changing where he starts. Yeah, that's pretty handy. So I can steal a torch here. That's cool. Requires staves. That's nice. Pick that up. That guy's got another torch. I could steal that. That's a stealable torch. So I might leave Matthew up here, try to steal that, then rescue him and kill this guy. Yeah, that's... Well, the problem is this guy could probably try to steal from us, too. Anyone with 10 speed or less, like most people, is at risk. Those was there down south. I think all I could see with the archer. And there's nothing super close. That's pretty handy. I like that little trick. Okay. Well, I will, do I care about a torch? Nah. I guess. We'll put him up there. We'll steal the torch. Then we'll use maybe Priscilla to rescue him and then pull him out. And then we'll have a Cav. I don't care which one, really. They can move forward, possibly killing that guy. Or possibly killing the thief. And have someone else kill this guy. Maybe I would need 2 Cavs to do that. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Formation. So maybe Lowen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kills that guy, maybe. And then Sane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could not. Well, you could throw a javelin. And I don't have Ninian to double it, so. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could definitely hit the thief. And can Priscilla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rescue 6, 7. That's fine. And then we know there's an archer down there. Moving Florina up ahead is dangerous, so I don't think she's... I could also use her up here. It's dangerous in the Fog of War to use Pegasus to move in, because if there's an archer you can't see, well, you're in trouble. I don't think I'm going to use Canas up front. Let's go... We'll let him catch up a little bit later. Hector... Well, someone will have to move in to see the archer, and then someone else can move in to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure... Can I check? Can't see how far they can move. I'm not sure if forts count as 2 movement to get in. If it does, then it'll have to be like Florina killing the archer, which is a bit scary. We'll probably want someone to guard this passage as well. That might be a good option for Oswin or Raven. And everyone else is in a reasonable position. Okay, so that's how we're going to start our map. I will start the map next episode, seeing as we spent a lot of time, you know, inventory management and prepping it out. But yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and prepare for battle next episode. See you guys.